Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. In this one, we're going to be talking about a new leak that just came out not that long ago, actually, only like 20 minutes. We're going to give a quick shout outs to Mr. King with a bunch of numbers on Twitter. Thank you for the link. But so we're gonna be going over this leak, guys. Again, like I always say, a little bit of a disclaimer with these leaks, boys and girls. They could be 100% true, 0% true, somewhere in between. The point is that, you know what? It's fun, it's interesting, it's hype, it creates hype, and I like going through them. You know, it gives us cool ideas as to what may or may not exist, and I just think it's a lot of fun, right? So with that being said and done, guys, we of course know that the Fiddlesticks rework and of course the Volibear rework are essentially around the corner, more or less. So let's talk about that. Those are the two major leaks for this one. So let's just get right into it. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. Fiddlesticks. His W can now plant fake copies, so like essentially clones of Fiddlesticks. The fake copies are visible, but when hit will explode into crows and will fear you. Fake copies will do the ultimate animation when original Fiddle channels at the direction of the nearest enemy, but fake copies won't do anything and will disappear after the ult animation. Fake copies when destroyed will also give huge vision to that area. Fake copies also make a scary noise when destroyed, so that's pretty much the W. I think that's pretty interesting. Now, don't forget, guys, the current Fiddlesticks W, in case you are not aware, right, for whatever reason, is his fear, I believe. Okay, now it's actually giving me something else entirely. Let me go ahead and type in League of Legends there. So the current Fiddlesticks W is his fear, right? Or rather, it's his Q. Never mind. JK, boys. Apparently it's his Q. So apparently his drain, which is his W, is what's gone. I thought his fear was W. Oh, okay, well, I guess I don't play Fiddlesticks enough. Anyways, so that's going to be his W, apparently, right? He can plant those fake clones, which is really cool, instead of drain. I think that's fine. I mean, I think. See what the rest of the kit is. Moving on to his E ability. The E is similar to the current E, which, guys, don't forget, the current E is Dark Wind, where he throws the crows, right? Which silence and stuff like that, and it bounces. Similar to the current, but it will summon multiple crows from his body in a direction and will follow enemies and drain their health and give it to Fiddle. So that kind of makes sense, actually, honestly, because they remove drain as like an ability itself, but they don't probably want to actually literally remove it from his kit, the ability to steal life. They threw it to his E ability and made it kind of cool. So what I envision is he stands, you kind of maybe do a quick channel or something, like a cone in front of you, summons all these crows, and if you hit somebody for more than, let's say, 1 second or something like that, the crows will stay on that target for an extra few seconds, similar to Malzahar's ability, like a dot, and do damage and give you HP back. That could be pretty cool, actually. I actually think that's pretty cool. I like that. Q is Fiddle uses his scythe and swings it, and it has outer and inner spots. The inner spots deal less damage and slows enemies, while the outer spot instantly fears and slows them when hit, and the ulti is the same. Now, guys, when Riot released this little post over here about the Fiddlesticks, you know, rework, whatnot, they did say a few things, right? So I want to kind of compare what Riot said to what the leak is saying. So they want Fiddlesticks to be an ambush champion, right? They want a kit that's centered around fear. So whether that's the literal mechanic fear that he currently has, or the fear mechanic of just, you know, how he has clones everywhere and he summoned the ult and then all of them do the ult, but you don't know which one's the real one, and, you know, things like that, right? Which is pretty spooky, which I actually like a lot, by the way. This goes deeper than just a point and click status effect, but it is staying on the kits. Now, they're a little vague with it overall, because they're saying that there is going to be a point and click status effect. They're not saying if it's a fear or not. That's number one. And they're not saying if it's a literal point and click on a champion, because what this one is saying, it's a point and click to place a copy, which eventually fears. Maybe that's what they're referring to, because this is technically his E, or his W is technically a point and click. You point and click a clone, which eventually will probably fear somebody, right? So that's also technically a point and click. So it's just kind of, you know, how specific are they with that point and click? Is it specific to the point where it's going to be literally this, or is it going to be something like this? That's the interesting part, which we don't really know, right? Which is, I guess, what makes it fun. So let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section. But let's get on to the next video, or the next leak. This is going to be Volibear, another champion, of course, we're, I'm sure, very excited for. Volibear. Passive is Call of Thunder. When auto-attacking an enemy continuously, Volibear will get a chain lightning auto-attack. Volibear has a similar effect to Rumble's overheat called Overcharge. An overcharge gives no drawbacks, however, it will increase all Volibear's damage, attack speed, healing, regeneration, and will be active as long as Overcharge is active. That's pretty cool stuff. So quickly reiterating, passive, Call of Thunder, right? So when you're auto-attacking someone for an extended period of time, he gets chain lightning into his auto attack. So I guess in a team fight, if you're just attacking the tank for maybe, let's say, 3 auto attacks at least, your next auto attacks against that same target become chains, or it becomes chain lightning and it hits people behind him as well, which could be pretty interesting actually in terms of like the way you would play a team fight. I think that means you don't really have to focus the squishies as much. You can just focus the tank. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, he has that overcharge, which I don't think he really stated how you activate it or how you get it. Like, I'm assuming just through using abilities, which makes sense, I think. But essentially, you get a pretty massive buff. He increases damage, attack speed, and healing regeneration. Doesn't seem like there's any drawback. Chain lightning auto attacks will become even stronger and hit more enemies. Doesn't seem there's much drawback from overcharge. Seems a little bit broken, I'm not gonna lie. So, a little skeptical on that one, but let's continue. Q is the same, but can be controlled like a Nunu's W. Nunu's W, I believe, is a snowball. Or Sion's ultimate, but is easier to control and will become unstoppable when overcharged. So his current Q is where he charges and then flips, right? And he's saying that it's similar to Nunu's W or Sion's ultimate. Similar, but not the same, of course, but similar. Or no, he says it's the same, actually. Okay. But it's easier to control and become unstoppable and overcharged. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds kind of broken. W is Volibear's claws. Volibear claws you 2 times with his claws and bites you for the 3rd attack, similar to the old Mord Q, but mixed with Set's Q. Okay, so that's kind of similar to his current W as well, where after you hit someone for an extended period of time, you can just activate the W and you just bite them, and it deals a disgusting amount of damage, by the way. So it seems like it's a similar concept to that, where you still have the bites at the end, but now you have the 2 quick claws, similar to Mordekaiser, and okay, that kind of makes sense. The 3rd bite will do true damage when overcharged. Pretty broken. E is the same, but when overcharged, it will deal more damage. E, by the way, is that little roar he does around him. And the R is Volibear calls a huge storm cloud, and it will electrocute enemies. Volibear is auto-attacking, electrocute enemies, Volibear is auto-attacking, and will immediately get overcharged when cast. So that's pretty cool. So that's kind of like Victor's ult. Seems very similar to Victor's ultimate, but it's just a thunderstorm, like a literal thunderstorm, and he gives him instant overcharge. Okay, I mean, that's kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The Fiddlesticks leak, obviously assuming it's true, to me sounded more interesting. The Volibear leak, I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of hope it's not that true. It sounds kind of meh. It's okay. You know, sounds kind of cool, I guess. You know, got some interesting mechanics here and there, but meh. I think it could be cooler. Honestly, I think Riot could go with something a little bit cooler. But again, maybe if this is true, let's say, maybe once you actually see it visually, maybe it's actually really cool. Just reading it, it's like, yeah, it's alright, I guess. You know. Could be better, but it's not horrible. Next, we have Shyvana. So apparently Shyvana is getting the VGU in 2020. It's the last VGU for 2020 after Fiddlesticks and Volibear. Okay, I guess I could kind of see that. Riot did say that they're going to give us another poll where we can choose the next VGUs, but that might be something after Shyvana. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? The next VGU voting candidate, oh, speaking of which, Shaco, Kog'Maw, Mundo, Nocturne, and Skarner. So down below, guys, in the comment section, let me know, out of those champions, who would you want to see rework the most? Shaco, Kog'Maw, Mundo, Nocturne, Skarner. For me, 100% Nocturne. 100%. Now at the bottom, we have new champions, which are apparently in very early developments. These are actually pretty cool. So the Vastayan and the Yordle takes turns in fights every 5 minutes. The Vastayan is an assassin. The Yordle is a fighter. I mean, you would think it would be the other way around, I guess, but maybe not. That's pretty cool, honestly. That's a really cool champion where you take turns every 5 minutes. You're the other champ. That's super cool. Dude, that has to be true. Please, please, please let that be true. That is such a good idea. Then we have a Samurai Darkin, which sounds cool, from Ionia, apparently. Very, very cool. That sounds very exciting. Maybe Necritz has, you know, some information about that. Maybe not. I don't know. And then the Ruined King, revealed in the same week with the new Riot game, Ruined King. By the way, if you guys don't know, Riot Ruined King game. Riot has, of course, released a Ruined King game, right? Part of the Riot Forge, where it's going to be a single-player story taken in, I think, Bilgewater, I think it was. Yeah, Bilgewater and Shadow Isles. Where it's going to be a single-player RPG turn-based type game, which is, I think, going to be a lot of fun to play. I guess that champion will get revealed or released, you know, when this game gets released, literally whenever that is. Who knows when that is. And then, of course, some new skins we have leaked as well, boys and girls. Let me, for now, just move my camera over here so you guys can see it. Hi, it's me. Whee! So upcoming skins, Elderwood Ornn, Kindred, Kai'Sa being legendary, and Zoe, and then Prestige Elderwood Zoe. We had a leak not too long ago with skins, about 2 months ago or something, Forgot exactly what was there. I forgot how related it is to this, but you know, we have this. We have Hextech Alawi. Then we have Praetorian Skarner, Master Yi, and Zyra, and the prestige version of Zyra. I'm not really sure what a Praetorian is. Maybe I'm illiterate. I mean, probably, but I don't know what that is. Darkstar Mordekaiser, legendary. Darkstar Echo, and then we have Cosmic Princess Ari, Cosmic Lucian, and then Prestige Cosmic Lucian. Why Ari and Lucian? That's like just so. It's just why Ari and Lucian. I mean, I can see it, I guess, but Cosmic Lucian. I mean, I guess you can with this all throw like literal stars of like planets. I mean, that could be pretty cool, I guess. I don't know, but there you guys have it, a little bit of a leak for the skins as well. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this below. Let me go ahead and move my camera back down here temporarily, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, guys. Again, don't forget, these leaks 100% true, 0% true, anywhere in between. It's fun, it's interesting, it creates hype, and I think it's just a lot of fun to do overall. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.